I'm joined with Adam Cegielski from First Nordic Metals here at the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. Adam, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So Adam, one of the things I love asking the guests that we've had on this week is, here we are at a Precious Metals Summit. We have $2,500 gold. We're not seeing much inflows into ETFs. I feel like I'd be at a conference like this with $2,500 gold and it would be euphoric. Everybody would be really excited. And I feel like it's a better sentiment than last year, but we're still not seeing sort of that real euphoric attitude.
Yeah, I mean, I think sentiment is improving slightly. Everyone knows that time is coming. We've tested 2550, I think 8 or 10 times now. So I think gold is going to break out and the equities are starting to reflect that. If you look at the majors, you look at Agnico and their earnings recently, you're starting to see the bottom line of the majors really kick in that cash flow. So I think that's going to trickle down. We are hearing of inflows. We're not necessarily seeing them. So I'm pretty excited about the sentiment changing, but it's not exactly, bull phase anytime soon yet. So.
Now, we've had you on our show in the past along with Taj, but there's going to be people who are going through our videos from this week and they're new to the story. Can you just give us a quick high-level overview of First Nordic for our audience?
Yeah, really simple. This is what we call Europe's next gold camp. We merged two companies to create this massive portfolio in Sweden. We have 100,000 hectares in northern Sweden. Central to that is a 2.5 million ounce gold deposit partnered with Agnico Eagle. We have Agnico Eagle as a 13% shareholder now, which is something new that just came together. So these are some of the most exciting geological opportunities in the world. These greenstone belts that we have 100% ownership of a greenstone belt in Sweden. We have 100% ownership of a greenstone belt in Finland. And we've got a cornerstone asset and partner that really sets us apart. So you've got this exploration upside, you've got this foundational asset that gives you sort of a base value, and we have a story that can go 5, 10, 15 times from here.
So what does your exploration program look like right now?
Good question. So, we're partnered with Agnico on the main asset, but we've got 40 kilometers of strike to the north. We have 50 kilometers to the south. We started a geophysics on the northern part of the project. So we've identified a huge target about 20 kilometers north of our 2.5 million ounce deposit. We're going to fly geophysics and be done with that probably in the next 2 weeks. And that's going to set up further bot drilling in the north. And we've initiated some bot drilling in the southern part of the belt as well. Which is really setting up for a pretty exciting diamond drilling program in end of 2024, early 2025.
What can you tell us about Europe as a mining jurisdiction, and specifically Sweden?
New government in Sweden about a year and a half ago, a little bit more to the right than the left, very pro-mining. The EU has been very big on, critical minerals, securing of critical minerals. Sweden has a long history, multi-thousand year history of gold mining. So we're not talking about a new territory. This is one of the world's best, geological settings for mining, long history of mining, very low exploration costs, low mining costs, very stable tenure. I mean, this is as great of a jurisdiction as you can be in. I think the world is really getting jurisdictional squeezes now. So, you're basically in North America or you're in Scandinavia. Otherwise, you're really in a risky jurisdiction. So, we love being in Sweden. We're very excited about the new opportunities. Mines are getting permitted. The timelines are shrinking. So, it's a very exciting time to be in Sweden.
So, let's picture a perfect scenario here. Gold goes over $3,000 and we actually see some capital start to flow into the juniors, and you guys are able to raise money, no problem. What does the production timeline look like?
Yeah, great question. So, we're not operators of our project. We're trying to become operators. We've got Agnico that has 55% of the main deposit. We're explorers and developers. So really what we're trying to do is work out a way to get controlling interest of that deposit. From a timeline perspective, you go to a PFS and you're probably 2 to 3 years out from a PFS. So if Agnico were to take this to a PFS, we have a completely free carry. They could go up to 70% in the project, put out a PFS, and we'd be, probably 2, 3, 3.5 years towards production or at least construction.
Okay, so if I'm an investor in the company, what am I looking out for over the remainder of the year?
Look, you're going to see some pretty material results come out on the bot drilling that we're doing, the target definition. We may be able to surprise the market with some sort of a catalyst around the asset that we're negotiating with Agnico. I think the most exciting thing is we're listing our shares in Sweden, so we're going to be trading on the Stockholm Exchange by probably late October, early November. You'll probably see some new faces join the team from a European perspective. We think we're getting the most excitement out of the European market, so we're going to focus on continuing to find new investors in Scandinavia and in Europe in general. And yeah, lots of news to come, lots of excitement, and $3,000 gold is just around the corner. So I think that will be the time maybe when the stocks really take off. But we're an $80 million, $75 million company that that has that big upside with a foundational asset. So I think it's an opportunity to build a position and wait for that gold price to really break through here.
Well, Adam, thanks for taking the time to do this, and I hope you guys have a successful week of meetings.
Thank you very much.